Welcome to Calvin's Got Game. Today I'm postponing the top 100 videos because today is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. Stepfathers, uncles who stepped up to be a father, men who are out there doing the best they can for their kids. Happy Father's Day to you guys. I postponed the top 100 because today is Father's Day, like I said. I wanted to have Lewis have a chance to be with his family, and my wife had some things that she wanted me to do as well. But with all that being said, I still want to put out a video. We'll get back to our top 100 next week. So today I'm putting out a video of games no longer in my collection and why. These are in no particular order, but there's 10 of them, and we're going to get started with them. The game that I'm going to start with is called Yummy World. It's hard to get out of the habit of saying 10 through 1 or 1 to 10 or whatever. It's hard to get out of that habit. But it's called Yummy World, Party at a Picnic Palace. It's a card game, set collection. It's a kid's game. I didn't even open it, didn't play it. It's by WizKids. It's ranked 17,018 on BGG. It's a 2018 game, 2017 game, 2 to 4 players. Takes about 20 minutes to play. Like I said, I didn't open the game. I got this game in a board game subscription, and I knew it was a kid's game, so I left it wrapped and I gave it to a young lady at my game store who comes in with her parents and plays games, and I knew she might enjoy it, so I gave it to her. So that's why Yummy World, Party at Picnic Palace, is not in my collection. Now, the next one is Megaland. Now, Megaland is by Red Raven Games. It's ranked 2,613 on Board Game Geek. It's a 2018 game. It's 2 to 5 players. Takes about 20 minutes to play. When I heard this game was coming out, it was going to be a Target exclusive. I tried to get to Target as much as I could to try to figure out when it was coming out. I actually got a copy while I was in Austin. I went to a Target and asked the guy, had it come out. He goes, well, it's supposed to be released tomorrow, but I can get you a copy. I come out a little early. So I thought I'd love this game. This game is a push your luck fantasy game. It's a video game theme where you're fighting monsters and bunnies, and the game ends when someone reaches 20 coins. It's a Red Raven game. I like Red Raven games. I like Ryan Lockett's games. This one just fell flat for me. I couldn't get into the theme. I couldn't get into it. It was just an impulse purchase because it was a Red Raven game and it was a Ryan Lockett game. Always loved the artwork. Always mostly like his games. And this one wasn't terrible. It just wasn't for me. So that's why Megaland is not in my collection. The next one is Lost Ones. This is a Greenbrier Games. It's ranked 16,091 on BGG. It's a 2022 game. It's a 1 to 4 player. It takes about 45 to 90 minutes to play. Once again, a game I thought I would just go gaga over. This is an adventure, exploration, fantasy, horror type game. You're trying to find a magical gateway to get out of, to escape from this dream world you're in, or nightmare kind of thing, or a fantasy world before the new moon, a new moon comes up. It's a story-driven game, so as you're going, things are happening to you. You got to make decisions. I found the game okay, and there's dozens of different story endings that you can get, but I just didn't find it. I wanted to bring it back to the table time and time again. I played it a couple times. I was like, I'm done. So that's why Lost Ones is no longer in my collection. The next one is Maiden's Quest. Maiden's Quest is another game I got in a game subscription game. It comes monthly. This game is ranked 5,767 on BGG. It's by WizKids. It's a 2018 game. 1 to 5 players. Takes about 10 to 30 minutes to play. Once again, it's a solo It's a solo game, can be played cooperatively with another person, and it can be played competitively with 2 people. If you want to play with more people, you have to have more decks of cards of the Maiden's Quest. The maiden in this game is tired of being, she's waiting to be rescued by some hero. That Joker never shows up, right? Now, don't know whether she's not worth saving or, she has some attitude problem. I don't know, but she decides to take matters into her own hands, and she saves herself. Or she's attempting to save herself through the card manipulation. You're fighting monsters as you're going through your hand. You get so many cards, and you're flipping cards and doing things. I didn't find it that fun, and it's a game you hold in your hand. I'm sure you could play it on table, but the way they marketed it, it was like you can play it on Subway waiting on this. I didn't find the game that appealing to me. That's why Maiden's Quest is no longer in my collection. The next one is Hit Z Road. Hit Z Road. It's ranked 1,609 on BGG. It's by Asmodee. It's a 2016 game, 1 to 4 players. Takes about 30 to 60 minutes to play. When I got this game, I was so excited. It had these cool little components. You had matchbook covers and IDs, and this kid going across during a zombie apocalypse, going across the country, making a board game as he goes. He took this board game and he kind of made pieces from what he found. There's bottle cap piece looking things, and there's other stuff in there. Not, like I said, name badges for the player, and then there's matchbooks, and it was just really cool looking components. However, I found the gameplay to be rather boring. It was one of my favorite games at one point. It just kind of got repetitive, and you're just doing the same thing. And I was like, So it is a fun game, but just understand you can't play it over and over and over and over again because you're going to get bored with the mechanic. To me. But Hit Z Road, the components were fantastic. I thought they were clever at making certain things of bottle caps and, like I said, matchbook covers from like old hotels or casinos, and then name badges from people. Thought it was a clever idea for the components, but gameplay was meh. So Hit Z Road is no longer in my collection. The next one is Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle. I actually have owned this game twice. It's left my collection twice. This game is ranked 387 on Board Game Geek. It's the OP Games makes it, and it's 2016, 2 to 4 players, 30 to 60 minutes to play. Now, I like this game. It's not in my collection because it's not in my collection. That doesn't make sense, does it? It's not in my collection because it's a bad game. Not anyway. However you're supposed to say that, I can't figure that out. But I didn't keep it, not because it wasn't a good game. It was because I played everything in the box, and I didn't really want to go through it again. I got it again. I played it with my kids the first time through and got rid of it. Then my wife was like, I might like that game. So I got it again. We played through it and then got rid of it again. So Hogwarts, Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle is not a bad game. It's a great game. So if you haven't played it, you might want to go look at it. But like I said, once you pay through the box, there is some expansions that you can get, I think. But the boxes that you open make the game more intriguing. There's some things I don't like in there where you don't get to keep your upgrades, and you don't get to keep certain things when you're going through the next missions. I don't like that. But because the game ramps up harder, but you still stay kind of weak starting out, I don't like that idea. But it is a good game. So Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle is not in my collection because I played through it twice. So it's no longer in my collection. Now the next one is called Grimoire. This is ranked 3,834 on BGG. It's by Z-Man Games. It's a 2010 game, 2 to 5 players. Takes about 30 minutes to play. Grimoire, you have a book of spells. In each player has a book of spells that they have. And so what you're going to do is you're going to choose a spell in your book, When everybody's chosen one, you're going to cast your spell in order of the weakest to the strongest. And the weakest may cancel out some of the stronger spells, so the people that played stronger spells may not get to play their spell, or it may weaken it some way. You're going to play this game until a player gets 10 characters or 10 treasure cards. Either way, game wasn't bad. I just found it not my cup of tea, so that's why Grimoire is no longer in my collection. Then we have Fuse. Fuse is ranked 878 on Board Game Geek. It's by Renegade Games. It's a 2015 game, 1 to 5 players. Takes about 10 minutes to play. Now, Fuse, for some reason, I don't like real-time games. But for some reason, I thought I would enjoy Fuse. Fuse, you're rolling dice, trying to put them on different cards in a timed manner before it explodes. Before the bomb goes off or whatever. Yeah, I still don't like real-time games. Not a fan. Don't care for them. So that's why Fuse is no longer in my collection. Let's see here. The next up, is Dale of Merchants. Dale of Merchants is ranked 886. And it's by Snowdale Games, 2015 game. 2 to 4 players, takes about 30 minutes to play. Now, Dale of Merchants. It's a fine game. Don't have a problem with it. You're having these little creatures that have special powers. You're trying to buy things in the Dale. And once you get your store filled with the things that you're wanting to get, you win the game. It's cute, but once you play through it, you only use certain decks of cards. I think you shuffle like 3 or 4 cards in the deal to get what you're for the market, and then you have a deck of cards for yourself. You take a character. It just didn't have enough cards, and I know they made more expansions, but I can only have so many games, and buying so many expansions of everything. If I don't love the game that much, I'm not going to buy expansions for it. So, Dale of Merchants is no longer in my collection. Not because it's not a bad game. It is a good game, just not for me. And my last one, this one hurts a little bit, is Aeon's End. And it's ranked number 82. It's by Indie Boards and Cards. 2016 game, 1 to 4 players, 60 minutes to play. I absolutely love Aeon's End. But my wife and I were on vacation in Georgia. And we were having a great time. And we got this game out and we were playing it. And then we got a phone call. I got a phone call that my father-in-law had just passed away. My son couldn't get him awake. And so we packed the game up in a hurry. And we came back as fast as we could. We drove all night long to get back. So every time I got the game out, it reminded me of that time, of that phone call, the emotions. And my wife couldn't play the game. So that's why Aeon's End is no longer in my collection. Aeon's End is a fantastic game. It's someday I would like to play the legacy version of it, but Aeon's End I couldn't keep. It was just brought back too many emotions. Anyway, that's the 10 games, no longer in my collection. Hey guys, if you know some of these games and you think, man, that's a shame that you got rid of those games, or I don't feel the same way, those are great games, why did you get rid of them? Hey, let me know in the comments. And guys, I always say this. Thanks for watching Calvin's Got Game. Get a board game to the table and spend time with your friends and family. And thanks for watching Calvin's Got Game.